Hi, this is the Pauline Long Show. It's a very popular global talk show. As you know, watching us from right here in the UK, you can always tune in on Sky Channel 182. That's Ben Television. We want to discuss issues that affects you. Very good morning, good evening, and good afternoon from wherever you're watching us. This is going to be an exciting show. You know, when I have inspirational women on the show, their stories flow. The incredible stories we hear about these women's absolutely phenomenal. So stay with us. You'll be absolutely inspired as I'm just about to introduce my guest today. She is originally from India but based in the UK. She is a coach. She is a serial entrepreneur. You know what? I've got a list of all the things that she does, but I'm not going to mention it because she's here. Welcome on the show, Rachanaa Jain. How you doing?
Hi, I'm great. Thank you.
Good to have you here finally.
Likewise, I'm so excited to be here, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to be here today.
You know what? Always looking gorgeous. Whenever I see you, you're always like, you got this glow.
Oh.
What's the secret?
Oh, there is no secret. I just love dressing up, really.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wake up and just dress up.
Absolutely.
Listen.
And start the day looking good, feeling good.
Fabulous. Listen, when I met you at the authors event,
yes,
there was something about you that stood out. You know, everyone has a story.
Yes.
And it's whether you want to tell your story, and it's whether you want people to know what you're about. That's what matters.
Absolutely.
And when I met you, I had this feeling, this woman has a story, and she wants people to hear about it.
Sure.
And today we are going to hear about it. Now, start by telling us about yourself.
Okay, so I'm author, coach, and healer. I'm not from here. I'm not from UK. I'm originally from India, and I came to this country 13 years ago now. So my story started when I was really young. I was born with silver spoon in my hand.
Oh, really? Literally?
Yes, literally. Everything was taken care of by my dad and my family, and everything was just so good. Life was amazing until a turning point came in my life where everything, that silver spoon was taken away. My dad invested most of his money into properties, and I don't know if you're aware, but in India there can be some fraudulent people. So what they did is they took all the money, gave him fake documents for all the properties, and then when we...
And we're talking how many properties here?
Around 4 or 5 properties. Yeah. So, and there was some of them like really big ones as well.
Mansions.
Yes. So, and what he did is the seller, he sold the same property to numerous people. And actually it was not even owned by him, it was the government property. And when we actually went with the keys to inaugurate and open the properties, the police came in and they said, these are not your properties. And we were really shocked to find out. And then they said that this is a big fraud which has happened to you guys, and this is not even the guy's property, and the guy ran away with everyone's money, not just ours, but there were a few other business people who lost their money into it. So this became a very difficult time for us.
Losing
everything pretty much. Like we were living in our own house, so that was fine. But everything else was all gone. And I still remember I was at that time just completing my SSC, which is like GCSE year, and I was going to go to the college, and my dad couldn't even afford to pay for my college fees. And
so here you are from a very wealthy family.
Yes.
And then suddenly overnight things change.
Exactly.
And you can't even afford to go to college.
Absolutely. And that was pretty sad situation for us. But my siblings were very upset, and they were like, oh, what are we going to do? You know, but I said, no, we're not going to cry. We'll find a way, we'll do something.
Yes.
And then an idea just struck to me, and I thought, I'm good at painting, dancing, teaching. I was really good at studies and extracurricular activities. I won numerous awards in schools for different things, sports, you name it, whatever activities, my name will be on the list. So I was like, why don't I use the skills and turn that into some money for myself?
Right.
So what I decided to do is I told my brother to go and get some leaflets printed for me.
And
with my
at
name,
what age were
number.
you at this time?
I was 16.
Right.
Yeah, so like SSC, just about to go to college. And I was like, let's do something. And then I told my brother and my sister to go around in the local area and just distribute leaflets in each and every residence we could. And then within an hour or so, my home phone started ringing.
Right.
And within like few hours, I had 200 students enrolling for my different courses. And they came in, they gave the money in advance, and I had like all this money coming in, and I was extremely happy and excited that I found a way to fund for my studies and also for my brother and my sister's studies at the time, and to help out a bit to my parents as well in this situation. And then the phone never stopped ringing.
Right.
The phone even rings now when I go, like my mom calls me and she says, I have your students who still wants you to teach them.
Yes.
But I'm like, I'm here now, I'm in London, I can't really do it, but they really want to meet me, they miss me from so many years, they still want to be with me. So, and that's pretty much how I turned around that poverty situation into wealth for my family. And then my siblings, my brother, my sister, they followed my path, and they also started teaching. They started teaching and offering tuitions and different packages, different things to different students. And then that's how we started earning some money and paid for us college fees and then university fees. And then I got a job as well. So yeah.
So you knew from a young age that nothing was going to stop you. You knew that impossible is only when you add the I am in front of it, then it comes impossible. Otherwise, it's possible.
Yes, absolutely. I strongly believe everything is possible if you put your mind and soul to it. In fact, I have a saying which says, basically, dreams are always within reach. All you have to do is visualize, create an action plan, and the universe will guide you through the next steps to make it a reality for you. So you always just have to take that first step, not procrastinate, take action, and then all the opportunities, all the doors will open for you from different parts of the world, and you will not imagine where you will reach. But you have to take that step. You can't be procrastinating.
Rachanaa, the way you are explaining it, it's almost, it's almost like a walk in the park. Like, it's so easy. But there are people who are probably watching now who've come from, underprivileged backgrounds, who are probably still struggling. They've come from poor to poor and still poor. I mean, what would you tell that kind of person who is just, they can't see anything ahead, they can't see?
Sure. What advice I would give to them is that if money is a constraint for you, you can always go on Google, because internet is available everywhere in the world, and there is so much information available free of charge, where you can learn and you can develop and create something. So go on Google, improve your knowledge base, do some research, read some news articles, and whatever your area of interest is, explore more into that by Googling it. If there is nothing else you can do, because internet, even if you do an hour a day, it wouldn't be that much money for internet. So I would recommend that to them.
Because you still do online courses, right?
Yes,
And tell me more about these courses.
So I've got 3-4 different courses. One of them is the Reiki course, where I help people be in alignment with their own body, help them to balance their chakras. And also they get certifications, so they can actually start practicing as professional healers and
right. You mean heal spiritual healing, or what kind of healing is that?
So it's a Japanese healing technique, whereby the healer is a channel, a conduit, calls in the universal life force energy and helps the person with whatever problems they are facing in their life. It can be anxiety, depression, it can be physical ailments, it can be anything and everything pretty much which can be healed. And so that's one of the course which I offer. And then I've got another course which is Chakra balancing and healing with angels. Again, very similar to Reiki, but with this one, you do it all yourself.
Right.
Rather than a healer helping you. So you actually, take the action steps. So I've created there are 7 chakras. So I've created each chakra meditation for each day of the week.
So every day of the week you have to do something different.
Yes. So basically what happens is I'm like a coach. So I'm telling them, take the steps, stand up, turn right, do this, move your eyes, move your hands, X, Y, Z. It's like a small warm-up exercise they start with. After that, they get into the meditation mode where they find their inner self. And after that, they get back into visualization where they visualize what they want to achieve in life. And then after that, they do a bit of warm-up exercise again to wind up. So in the entire process, I'm coaching them, guiding them through the entire process so that they're not feeling alone, they're not feeling stuck. So that is something they can use as well. If they don't have a lot of money, they can do
that helps as well.
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
Right, and then obviously you do the coaching as well.
Yes.
I can sit here and I listen to you. You know, you're sort of like a coach, really. You are.
Thank you.
Yeah. So tell us more about the coaching, because I'm sure there are some of the viewers that would love to use your services.
Yeah, sure. So I help people achieve whatever goals they have in life. So it's like a life coaching, which I do. It can be either related to relationships, career, or it can be health, finances, all of those different areas of life. Because I know that coaching doesn't just necessarily be into business, but I do offer business coaching as well. So it's kind of like different types of coaching.
But you have a very busy lifestyle as well. You know, I just saw, I read your biography and all the things that you do, all the places that you fly into.
Yes.
Where do you get time to, have to have one-to-one with people?
I always create time. And also I use Skype a lot. I use a lot of WhatsApp. And always in touch with my clients, and I try to manage to give 1 hour slot. If I'm in the country, then I do it in the UK. If I'm not, then I do it via Skype.
Now you've come up with the book Awake Your Dreams.
Yes.
And let me just grab hold of it. Having had your story at the age of 16, you saved your family from going deep down into poverty. This book just really explains who you are. You help people to awake their dreams, because you actually, from the age of 16, you helped your family realize, you know what, we're not drowning. I'm here, let's do this. Now, tell me more about this book.
Yeah, so this book, it's basically a 6-step systems book.
Yes.
So the system is called Dreams System, where people, whatever goals they have in life, whether it's related to relationship, health, career, finance,
right,
they can follow the 6 steps, and it will help them to achieve that goals. Or of course, they have to take action, and they can't procrastinate if they want to achieve their goals. And the dreams has got like a hidden meaning to it. So D stands for desires. So what do you desire in life? What is your goal?
Right.
What is your desire in life? R stands for reason. Why do you desire that specific desire or goal you have in life? E stands for enemies. Who will stop you? What will stop you from achieving that desire you have in life? A stands for advice. Who will help you, coach you, guide you through your journey, and advise you in terms of what you want to, what you want to achieve in your life.
Right. M
stands for methods. What steps, strategies, action plan, business plan, XYZ plan you are going to take to achieve that desire and achieve that goal you have in mind. And S stands for setting time scales. Within what time frames are you looking to achieve that goal?
Right.
Because everything you do, you need to have a time frame.
Right.
Absolutely.
Because some people will say, oh no, it doesn't matter how old you are, you can still achieve. If you didn't achieve it 10 years ago, you can still achieve it 20 years to come. Is that right?
Well, no, you need to have a time scale.
Yes.
I mean, you can achieve it, but then by the time, if it's going to be 10 years, then what's the point?
Yes.
You might as well do it within some time frame, like within the next 5 years, I want to do X, Y, Z. Yes, if it's a big project, then I understand it can be a 10-year goal. which can take 10 years to accomplish it.
Guys, the book is quite interesting, Awake Your Dreams. I've just stumbled upon one of the pages, types of enemies, right? Yeah, quite neat. I don't know why. I just opened it and that just came into my face. Types of enemies. Pride. You know, it says, I am the best. Appetite. I need to have it all. Are those enemies?
Yeah.
Are those, you know?
So
Misery. Don't blame me. Self-criticism. So those are like enemies that you create yourself.
It's like your ego telling you these, which is kind of the main enemy which I've highlighted in the book.
Your ego. So it's not the external. You know, when I saw the enemies, I thought maybe the external enemies. So you're talking about internal enemies that I have probably created.
Yes, absolutely, because I feel there can be some external enemies, but not as many as internal ones.
Right.
Because most of the time we block our own path to success by limiting beliefs, by thinking, you know, that if you do X, Y, Z, then what will happen? Like fear. There are so many different reasons why you know, people don't achieve or take that first step to achieve their dreams, because they are scared or they have fear, or their ego is saying something else, their heart is saying something else. So all those things are highlighted in the book.
Right. And so I just get this sense that when you wake up in the morning, you already know what you're going to achieve and you are going to build something.
Absolutely.
Have you ever talked yourself out of something? I mean, I have, you know, I'm like you, I'm very ambitious. I go for things. But there are times that, yes, I have actually, I have to admit, talked myself out. Have you ever done that?
Yes, I have done it a few times. Absolutely.
And so what do you do in that case when you talk yourself out? I mean, who do you talk to? Because I'm a very positive person. And when it comes to a point when I talk myself out, then I'm thinking, I'm in the dark here.
Yes.
You know?
Absolutely. In that situation, I always go to my mom.
Right.
She's like my biggest motivator. Even like when I wanted to come to United Kingdom, to London to do my master's.
Yes.
I was procrastinating as well at that time. I was like, no, it's a new country. I don't know how the people will be, if I'll be treated well, if something else happens to me, or X, Y, Z. I was extremely fearful.
Right.
And my mom is like, she pushed me. She's like, what is your goal? Within what time frame do you want to achieve your goal, X, Y, Z? And I was answering her, and then I was like, yeah, you're right. She's like, no, you have to do it. She said, I'm going to miss you too. After so many years being with you, you're going to go away. I'm going to miss you, but you have to achieve what you have decided you want to achieve for yourself. So you have to go and take action.
And what's been your biggest achievement to date that you're so proud of?
The biggest achievement today is helping people achieve their dreams.
Right.
And they sending me a message, they're sending me an email saying, I'm really grateful, thank you for helping me, I have been able to achieve X, Y, Z in my life. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have been able to. That's kind of the biggest achievement, making a difference to the people's lives. That's kind of the main thing for me.
Now, as an entrepreneur, and maybe would be entrepreneurs who are watching now, I mean, the biggest hurdle is always funding, or where to get the capital to, you know, build that dream business. Now, I listen to you, you're sitting here, and the way you're talking, you know, the way you're coaching and the way you're, you know, explaining everything, it kind of flows. It's kind of easy, but as an entrepreneur, we don't see that, the easy side of it.
Yes.
How can we, as entrepreneurs, overcome this hurdle of, we've got the ideas, and you know, entrepreneurs, you know, have ideas after ideas after ideas.
Yes.
But the funding is nil.
Yes.
How can we marry the two, the idea and the funding, the capital?
Sure. So, yeah, funding can be challenging, especially if you're starting up a new business. What you can do is you can take advice from the right people and see if you can get sponsorship from different businesses. It depends on what type of project you want to do. You can approach different entrepreneurs who are offering funding, look at government schemes. There are so many government schemes available out there. also find a way where you don't need to spend too much money, but you can get your work done by going to different websites. Like I use Fiverr.com a lot, which is very
Right.
good.
Okay.
Which can give you a lot of work done for $5. And there are many other streams which you can use to make your work stand out, and also not at a very high price.
Do you know what? I think that'd be very useful information, because it's now an entrepreneur's world.
Yes.
There's so many entrepreneurs stuck with ideas, but they can't push the ideas because there's no funding.
Yes.
So I think, yeah, you're right. Go on the internet, find cheaper ways.
Yes.
Fiverr.com, is that the one?
Fiverr.com.
Fiverr.com. I've never tried it. I'll try it. Yeah.
Freelancer.com.
Yes.
As well. So there are a lot of freelancers who are around the world. You put your project that this is XYZ, you want to get it done, and you get quotations from 20, 30 people around the world who are willing to do your work, and you negotiate with them. Because one thing I always do is I negotiate. I always love negotiating.
So that's the other tip you're giving entrepreneurs.
Yes.
Negotiate.
Negotiate. Don't just give in everything that you get asked for.
Yes.
Always try. There's no harm in trying, because if you don't try, you don't get. So that's
two important places to go: Fiverr.com, Freelancer.com. I know she knows how to negotiate. When she tells you to negotiate, she's the queen of negotiating. So yes, I'm so proud of your achievements. I mean, you have written the book, you do the coaching, you do all these programs, and just from teen, and now you've developed a watch.
Yes.
A very important watch. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so it's in the process right now. It's a laser therapy watch, which will help people with diabetes, blood pressure, heart conditions, pain and injuries, insomnia, and many other ailments, like hyperglycemia, something like that it's called. So it purifies the blood, and it helps people to overcome those diseases it's a slow process. It can be 6 months to a year, but people do find a difference, and there has been research done and case studies done, analysis done, like trials done on people, and it has been successful.
And so how did you arrive to this? Obviously you've come from doing all these things. How did you finally arrive to introducing a watch?
Yes, because my dad has got diabetes.
Right.
My mom has blood pressure, and they both are in India, and I'm here, including my siblings. We all are here in the United Kingdom. So sometimes their health gets affected, and we get worried here, because every now and then we can't go and fly to India, or they can't come all the time here. So I thought, what if I can do something to help my family, find something which will help them be more active and improve their health and overall well-being. And that's when I was doing a lot of research, and I came across this idea, and then I asked some people, developers, and they said they will give it a go and see if it's something it's possible to do. And then they tried, and it worked. And so and it's pretty much still work in progress, but it should be out soon.
But that's like, that's almost like turning your troubles into profit, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
So that's another, that's another element of a good entrepreneur.
Yes, absolutely. That's pretty much what I do. I try to turn my pain into gain.
Pain into gain.
Yes.
Yes, and especially, I come from Africa, and some of us go through so much pain. And this is a message they need to listen to. I always say, turn the pain into profit.
Absolutely.
Especially, you're not harming anyone, turning it into profit, but the pain is harming you. Isn't that right?
Absolutely.
So why don't you turn it into something that you can use?
Exactly.
But then, again, I think the fear is the starting point. People. How do people get that nudge? When do you realize, okay, that's it, I'm turning things round?
Yeah, so even like as a human being, I do get some challenging times as well. And I feel very demotivated and upset. But then every day is a new day for me. And if I had a bad day yesterday, I will not let that affect today. So I will get up again and I will get back and take action again. And I will say to myself, no, I have to do this. I look in the mirror and I say, today is going to be a good day for me. And that's how I get up and do it again.
It's because actually, I'm glad that you said that, because I was coming to that point. You know, as a coach, you're expected to be somebody who's positive. You're expected to be always there. Things are happening for you. You can't have down moments.
Yes.
How do you deal with that?
So what I do is either I speak to my mom, or what I also do is I listen to a lot of motivational videos, motivational speakers, audios.
And who's your favorite?
Tony Robbins.
Right.
Yeah. So he's one of my favorite ones. Yeah, so that motivates me, that gives me a lot of inspiration to move forward and then get up again. Yeah.
Well, as you were speaking, I think when you were speaking about, you know, ways an entrepreneur can make profit without actually breaking the bank if they don't have money to start. I think we got a message from Sue saying, "Whoa, thank you. That's great advice." I'm sure Sue is thanking you for that advice, you know, for entrepreneurs. So Sue's saying thank you for that great advice.
You're welcome, Sue.
I'm excited as well. Fiverr.com, Sue. We all have a Fiverr somewhere, isn't it? $5.
Absolutely.
You know, as an entrepreneur, go on that website and get a bargain. Freelancer.com as well.
Yes.
Now, I know you're always up to so many things. You're in this country, the next minute you're somewhere else. I mean, what gives you the drive and the motivation and the inspiration to carry on? Because we live in a world where I think technology is taking over and there's a lot of stress around, especially in the diaspora. How do you keep so calm, and what gives you that inspiration to keep carrying on?
Sure. So with regards to being calm, I'm always doing my meditation.
Right.
So every day in the morning, I do my meditation, which helps me to start the day very positively, very calm and active. And in terms of the inspiration is, again, like I said before, when I receive the emails from people, "Oh, you've made a difference and I'm really grateful, thankful for this." And that makes me, you know, that makes me motivated, and I want to go and I want to make a difference to the world.
Now, if there's anything else that you wanted to achieve, something that, you know, you always thought, you know what, this is impossible, but I know I can do it. What is it?
Yeah, so I was thinking, how am I going to be a global brand?
Right.
So initially I started off in the UK and I felt like, oh, well, I don't know if I can be big, because I always wanted to be global, not local.
Yes.
That was my aim. And I was always fearful. Why would a girl from India come to UK, and why can she be global? So I was kind of demotivating myself and, you know, not letting me do what I wanted to do. But then when people started sending me messages, they're telling me, "Oh, why don't you come to this country to speak? Why don't you come here?" And I was like, "Oh, really? This works. People do want me going to different places." And then I started going to different countries, and then I realized that it's actually not that difficult to make it global if I put my mind and soul to it. And that's why I've just started a new project called World Organization for Women, where I will, my aim is to enlighten, educate and empower women around the world.
Right.
And help them achieve whatever goals they have in life.
So that they can also go global.
And they can also go from local to global.
Aren't you excited about what's happening with women at the moment?
Yes, I'm very excited, absolutely excited, especially Prime Minister of UK.
Yes.
She's a woman now, so...
Does that make a difference, do you think?
Yeah, it does make you feel good that a
Yes.
woman is a Prime Minister and she's ruling a country, so yeah.
I don't know if the men watching will agree with us, but certainly right now is a good time for women to, you know, step forward and be who they can be.
Absolutely.
And I can see that there's now a wave of women who are just not scared of stepping out. I mean, what took us so long?
I know. I think it's the word out there, because when I was growing up, women were just seen as housewives.
Right.
Even like I had challenges when I was finding a job, because there will be like
in India or
in
here?
India,
Right.
and not so much here, but more in India.
Yes.
So if there was an application for one role, they would choose a man over a woman.
Just like that.
Yeah, yeah. So I used to find challenges where men used to say, "Oh, your job is to be in the kitchen and look after the family. How can you be an entrepreneur, XYZ?" So that was the mentality when I was growing up. And I always wanted to prove them wrong, because I always wanted to say women can do it too.
Yes.
And that's the reason why I wanted to set an example. And I think in a similar way, there are numerous women around the world who are setting examples for other women. And that's how I think all these women are opening up, and they want to now be who they want to be, rather than just hiding in a corner and just being a housewife.
Right, and by the way, there's nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with being a housewife.
Oh, yes,
you know,
absolutely.
I quit working when I had my first child, and I was at home for 7 years. Do you know that it's the people that saw me as a housewife, they're the ones who had a problem telling me, why would I quit just to be a housewife? They actually put the problem on me, that it was a problem.
Okay.
You know? So
Yeah.
for me, it was the other way around.
Yes.
They looked down on me and they thought, you've just come from a high-paying job into just being a housewife. And I thought, I didn't understand what they were talking about. Don't you love your house? Don't you love your children or your partner? Don't you love doing that? You know?
Yeah,
and then in my own
absolutely.
time, I would then come out and be something else. I think that's the problem now as well, that
Yes.
because now there's a wave of women, we're all up there. The problem now is, you know, we're scared of saying, oh my goodness, I'm a housewife, because some people might look at you and say, what, in this time? You're just a housewife? Don't you think that's a problem again?
Yeah,
now?
I mean, being a housewife is as challenging as
Yes.
having your own business. In fact, I think it's more challenging because you have to look after the children, family, everything.
Yes.
So it's kind of a job on its own. And yeah, if I go tomorrow to be a housewife from doing all these businesses, then I do know a lot of people.
Well,
will
you're
come
going to
to
be
me.
seen as a failure, aren't you?
Yeah,
that's
some
what it
people-
is now. You know, but I'm thinking, why should it be like
Yeah,
that?
exactly.
I wish I could, you know, have more children and go back and be at home again and be the
Yes,
mom and be the
absolutely.
housewife. I really am longing to do that
Oh,
again.
Yeah, and
You
I
know,
think it's
and I
there's
think this
nothing
time
wrong.
and I think this time I'll have an answer for anyone that looks down on me and say, you know what, you can't have left all the things you do publicly and just become
Yes.
just the housewife. You know, I think we must
Absolutely.
redefine that.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
absolutely. I mean, there is nothing wrong in being a housewife.
Yes.
In fact, I would love to be one when I have my children, because
Yes.
I do believe that children should be given a good upbringing, and for them to have good upbringing, your parents should be by their side. Because I understand that, yeah, of course, you have people taking care, and you can put your child in a childcare and things. But what a mom can do for a child is totally different to what someone else can do.
Absolutely.
So I do agree with you. And you can always do a work-life balance. Like, you can do your business part-time and
Yes.
still look after your child. So
Yes.
you can do it
So-
side by side.
So when you get these women, do you sort of speak to them in a way, tell them, look, you know, because sometimes there's a lot of pressure of us women right now to achieve as much as we can. But do you
Yes.
kind of also give advice to them, you know what, family is also important,
Oh,
you know,
yes,
balance it, and there's
absolutely.
nothing wrong with being at home,
Absolutely.
you know.
So my every coaching session I have,
Yes,
I
yeah.
always talk about work-life balance, because everything has to be in balance. If you have too much of work life and no personal life, or if you
Yes.
have too much of personal life and no work life, then there is something missing, and life is out of balance. But if you have both in equal amount, then your life is just perfect, and you can enjoy and you can do well in both.
And what Rachanaa is saying is actually you can have it all. You can have it all.
Yes.
So we have a
Absolutely.
message again. Yes, being a housewife. If I can get to that message, yes, saying being a housewife and a mother is the greatest job one can do. It pays out. It's incredible. Well, thank you very much
Absolutely.
for that comment there, and also the fact that we're saying it here. You know, there's a coach saying it here.
Yes.
You know, because honestly, I think, Rachanaa, that is the guilt that some women are going through at the moment.
Yeah, they feel down, but don't feel down.
But no, so they try to do so much.
Yes.
You know, I know people that say to me, "Oh, Pauline, you're everywhere. You do so much." But you don't know when I'm with my family. I don't put it out there.
Exactly.
You don't know when I'm in the kitchen. I might be in the kitchen actually, but writing a book or doing something.
Exactly.
Or I might be doing my laundry, but still attending to you guys on the phone or doing something. You know, so there is nothing wrong with that, and I would love for you, you know, you prominent coaches, one day to address that, that it is okay.
Absolutely okay to do it, and you should never feel inferior or feel as if, you know, you are down if you're just being a housewife.
Yes.
Or the other way around, or just being an entrepreneur and not looking after the family. If you can have a balance of both, that's kind of the perfect
yes.
mix for you.
I want to one day not have the pressure of going on stage to speak and listing everything I am, which is a lot of things, by the way. Yes. I just want to go and just introduce myself, just my name, and then say I'm a mother.
Yes.
And then not having to ask me, by the way, I've done that before at an event. Then after that, somebody came and asked me, yeah, but what do you do? But who are you? What do you really do? And I was thinking, hold on a minute. So why are we now being defined by what we actually do? Let me ask you, is that our definition? Because as a coach, maybe you have an answer for that. Who are we? Are we what we do?
We all are human beings at the end of the day. And whatever we do, if it makes you happy, that's what you are. So if it gives you peace of mind, then that's what you are. So you shouldn't feel, oh, I got to do this, or I got to become someone to be what I want to be in life. Everyone has different goals and ambitions. If they want to do it, then take action and do it. But if their goal is to be a housewife, then just be a housewife. And if you're happy to do that, then so be
and
it.
Nobody should make you feel guilty.
No,
Nobody.
absolutely
We're
not.
going into a break because you know what? I was enjoying this coaching session here, but we're going into a break. We'll be right back again.
Coach and author. She has been featured in many
International speaker, the Radio Works World Awards 2000.
Hi, this is the Pauline Long Show. It's a very popular global talk show. As you know, watching us from right here in the UK, you can always tune in on Sky channel 182. That's Ben Television. We want to discuss issues that affect you.
It's time to own your own properties at any of these cities: Abeokuta, Isheri, Opek, Abuja, Sam Nujoma and Orozo, Lagos, Lekki, Port Harcourt, TAF Gardens. Keywrite with major developers and state agencies can make your dream come true. Property and flats start from just £25,000. We can also provide you with property exchange. For more information, please visit www.keywrite.co.uk.
For any professional live streaming production of any event in the UK, Ben TV Livestream are here to serve and provide you with the global coverage you need anywhere at real time. We are offering a deal to accommodate the local events. Just send us an email for more information at livestream@bentelevision.com or call us on 020-8808-8800. Ben TV, Sky 182, bridging the gap.
Welcome back. Yes, we are live with one of the most amazing inspirational ladies, serial entrepreneur, published author. She's a coach. She's every incredible thing you can think of. I mean, earlier on in the break, I'm sure you saw that clip over there. She's hanging out with Sylvester Stallone, Calvin Klein, 50 Cent, Randy Zuckerberg. I think it's, the owner of Facebook's sister. Incredible. I need to hang out with this lady. Welcome back, Rachanaa. How you doing?
I'm great.
Well, do you know what? I just been sitting through the half an hour that we went through and I thought, oh my gosh, I need me a coach. You need yourself a coach, guys. She's right here because your energy and the way you're speaking and making it almost possible for somebody who would probably sit here and say, you know what, I've tried my best and it's not working. And that's where you come in as a coach and say, you know what, it's going to work.
Absolutely.
So tell me an example, you know, people that you've worked with, without mentioning names maybe, you know, who struggled, you know, whether it's in their personal life or professional lives, and today you can see them, you're happy to see them, you know, excel.
Sure. So I had a client and she had an issue with confidence.
Yes.
So she was suffering from like a skin disease. Don't want to name of it. And because of that, she was lacking confidence. She was like not going out there, not making friends. She was just always in the house and just being in the four walls. And she was just so low esteem. And she came up to me. Actually, her parents pushed her to come to meet me. And I met her and I had like a coaching session with her. And then she just bursted into tears. She said, I've got this skin disease. I'm extremely embarrassed to go and meet people because I just feel I'm not good enough and I'm not one of them. And I'm somewhere low down there, and I just don't want to. I can't see them eye to eye. So they were extremely. She was like extremely, you know, like broken from inside.
And you could see that.
Yes. And her parents cried, and they said to me, "Please do something for her. We want her to get married, but she doesn't want to meet anyone. She just doesn't want to do anything in life." After doing coaching and healing sessions with her, she changed her, the way she was thinking extremely changed, and she became more confident. She started going out shopping with her mom for her own clothes because she always used to just wear black clothes, like black or white color, that's it, no other color clothes. So her mom called me and she said, oh, we went shopping today, first time in so many years, and she bought something for herself. She tried it on and she was walking with it. And then I told her, I gave her some action points to take, and she was actually following it seriously. And she, within I think 6 months, she became very confident. She started doing what she wanted to do, and I think within 9 months she found the guy, and she was engaged to the guy. So it was pretty amazing.
Whoa.
Yeah,
That's
and
incredible.
then they invited me. Next year is their wedding. for their wedding as well, and she's very happy, and she's like, thank you so much. It was a bit of healing she needed and a bit of confidence boosting. So
Because sometimes, you know, people say that it's all up to you.
yes,
That you have to be the one to do it. You have to be the one to see what the problem is and then move forward. But then they don't know that they need you sometimes.
Absolutely.
They need you to see for
Yes.
them and to help them see.
absolutely, you have to show them what they can do, because some people, they are just like that. They just have this underlying fear, I can't do it, or I'm not good enough, XYZ. So you have to show them what their capacity is and what they can do and how they can, you know, achieve whatever goals they have in life. And I'm really happy and pleased for her that she is now, you know, on the right track, and she's able to find the right man, and she's doing well overall.
And so you can coach anyone from any part of the world.
Oh yes, absolutely.
So you have the online courses as well that people
I have
can
online,
take.
yes, and also I offer Skype and face-to-face coaching.
Fantastic. You know what? I'd really highly recommend that Rachanaa Jain coaches you. We just got a message coming through as well saying, you know, they definitely need you as a coach. Yes, she is right here. You can find her on Google, or you can even come to us, you know, on the Pauline Long Show Facebook page. We can give you more information on how to reach Rachanaa Jain. Absolutely incredible. I mean, her energy is just one that, you know, it makes it possible. You know, when sometimes when some coaches speak, sometimes you think, oh well, I think I can do that, or I think I can't do that. But with Rachanaa, definitely, I'm sitting here and listening to you, and I'm probably being selfish, but some of the things that I want to do are now coming back to my head, and thinking, you know what, with what she just said, I'll be able to just do whatever I need to do. Just get on with it.
Absolutely.
You know,
Just take action.
take action. Stop talking. Take action.
Yes.
Wow. Now, talking about taking action, you have taken one big, bold step to introduce women of
World Organization for Women.
World Organization for Women. Is an organization that's going to get women to come from local to global. Now, tell us more. I'm really excited because I
Sure.
want to be everywhere, in every corner of this world. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So this is a new organization which I have formed, where our mission is to, you know, enlighten, educate, and empower women all around the world, and help them achieve their goals in life, especially in developing countries like India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, and many others, not just developing but developed countries as well. There are numerous women who have got so many ideas, but they just don't know where to start, how to take it to the next level up, and, you know, or some of them are established locally but not globally. So we have decided we will appreciate those women, we will help them, get them featured on magazines, give them awards, help them have their own radio shows, TV shows, and much, much more. Give them opportunities to be connected to people around the world, speak on different stages, and also offer coaching.
Oh, fantastic. And I think as we're speaking, there's already people subscribing, you know, to you as a coach.
Oh,
Because
okay.
I think that the thing, everybody wants to make it, and
Yes.
which it's a human right, because everyone has something that they can offer to the world. But then sometimes it's just that we just have this blindfold and we can't see. And so you need Rachanaa to come round and help you see.
Oh,
Isn't that
thank
right?
you.
Now, in terms of the pricing, do you have, you know, like some special prices, or I mean, how do we go about it? Because I know some people, okay, as I said earlier on, they are entrepreneurs who are struggling,
Sure.
but they want to start, you know, start up. So do you have, like, you know, different level of
Yes,
pricing for
so-
people who have absolutely nothing, but they want to have something?
Yes, so we do offer tailor-made packages, and I can also offer my book at 50% discount, so they can
Yes.
use the code BenTV when they go online
How
on our
lucky,
website.
how lucky, how lucky. But no, they have got to be subscribed to the Pauline Long Show on Facebook in order to get a copy of this book.
Yes,
At half
and they can
price.
get it half price.
Yes. This is a must-have book. I'm telling you, it's a must-have book, especially in the 21st century, if you want to do business, not just here in the UK, but globally. Because then again, you know, business now has gone global. We're a global
Yes.
village. You can do business with
Absolutely.
anywhere, absolutely anywhere in the world. And wow, I'm just looking at the back of the book, and I like the whole idea of this, you know, the person sitting on the stairs at the bottom and the one, you know, climbing up. I mean, can you
Yes.
explain that?
Yeah, sure. So the person sitting on the chair
Yes.
is like a procrastinator.
I'm
like,
not bothered. Like, let them go.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm not going to do anything. Reading a
Yes.
newspaper or just don't want to do anything in life.
Yes.
And then they read the book, and then they take the first step. And then by reading each and every chapter, they take the steps forward, and then they achieve whatever goals they want. So the last one is like, yay, I've achieved my goal.
Yes.
And I am where I want to be. So that's pretty much what these steps are.
But isn't it amazing? It just takes the first step
Exactly.
and the first minute for somebody to carry on. Because once you
Absolutely.
take the first step, you have to keep going up. Isn't that right?
Absolutely, that's true. And you will be motivated because if you have taken the first step, you are actually taking action, and it feels from inside, you feel good that, oh yeah, I've been able to do this much. And then you're motivated to do it. And then again, you can have a coach who can help you to take that next step forward and push you. If you procrastinate, then they're like, no, go, you have to do it.
Yes.
So yes, that's
Yes.
what the coaches normally do.
Do you know what? The messages are coming in. We're running out of time. I'm really enjoying this. I don't know, any chance we can probably have you here once a month so that we can, you know, get this coaching advice. We need it, don't we, guys?
Yeah,
We need this
sure.
live coaching, isn't it? This is live
Absolutely.
coaching, isn't it? You know.
Yeah, no, I will be very glad to come here every month and share some information with you guys. And I'm really grateful that you invited me to this beautiful show of yours. And I'm really grateful that if it makes a difference to one person by watching this, that's my goal achieved.
Fantastic. So finally, just before we go, in
Sure.
very few seconds, what's next for you?
So this World Organization for Women, that's pretty much my next
Big
point,
step.
big step in my life, where I will be traveling around the world and helping women achieve their goals.
Fantastic. Well, Rachanaa Jain, absolutely incredible. You know what? You've just brought so much light to us right here at the studio and also to our audience. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
You know, there's some of the guests that we just don't want them to leave. We never want to let go, like the one that we had today. And I hope that you have been fulfilled with so many positive things that she said. But we have to let her go, and we have to go as well. So until tomorrow, keep it locked on Ben Television. Goodbye.
Coach and author. She has been featured in many
International Speaker, the Radio Works World Awards 2000.
Excited we are about her book. I mean, she is a dynamo in and of herself.
Hi, this is the Pauline Long Show. It's a very popular global talk show. As you know, watching us from right here in the UK, you can always tune in on Sky Channel 182. That's Ben Television. We want to discuss issues that affect you.